You know, that's conservative manifesto is like every other conservative manifesto I've ever laid eyes on. And it's got the same big blind spot, huge blind spot, all right? The conservative mindset has some basic assumptions about what government does. And they set up the world as having two types of entity. So their two entities are individuals, and individuals have rights. And then there's government. And this amorphous government, when it grows powerful, takes away human rights. Okay, so that's a relationship they see. They see the government as being this thing they need to minimize. Government is minimized because government, when it grows only because it takes away human rights, takes away property, takes away all this stuff, right? Well, that's just ridiculous, okay? Now, certainly that is one kind of relationship that a government can have with individuals. Only one. There are other types of relationships. And the other blind spot with conservative ideology is that there are other types of agencies within the system. There are other social organizations that are also vying for power to control you, to take away your property, to take away your rights, okay? Churches, corporations, unions, all of these social organizations, when they get powerful, they also try to take away your rights and your property, okay? And, you know, the idea that government exists to take away human rights is just anathema to the founding of this country. This country was founded under the principle that the government exists to protect human rights. And if it's not doing that, it's up to us to do something about it. And, you know, that is the difference, is that when the government as a social organization stops protecting the rights of individuals, then we have it within our power through either voting, running for office, a number of different means. We have the ability and the power to change the government peacefully, all right? When a corporation starts doing that, you are essentially powerless. You have no power to change that corporation. You know, the best you could possibly hope for is to boycott and maybe get other people to boycott. But that's never proven to be effective, ever. You know, I think maybe rare examples, but, you know, the reason why I say this conservatism is big business conservatism is because big business, the corporatists, want you to think that government is the enemy. They want to point to government and say, see, look, they're the ones who want to take away your freedom. They're the ones who want to steal your property. Not us. No, no, no. No, government is stealing our rights too, and we're together on this. Not only is government stealing your rights, they're stealing our rights too. Well, you completely ignore the fact that corporations would gladly steal your property and steal your liberty and steal your freedom and do all that stuff gladly if they could get away with it, all right? Government, and be completely unaccountable to it. You would have absolutely no power. Corporation is controlled by the people who own it, all right? It's private property. And we've got the government protecting all that, all right? So they depend upon the government to protect their status as being private entities, as being, in the case of the U.S., corporations are considered persons, for crying out loud. You know, even though they never die and they never go to prison, all right, they can never be incarcerated for any crimes, they're considered persons, right? Now, I can't think of anything more powerful than that, all right? At least the government, we get to vote. We get some voice in what goes on in the laws that are created in this country. So, you know, I guess to summarize, I don't agree with conservatives that government always takes an antagonistic role against individuals. All right. I think that's one possible relationship, and that if that kind of relationship develops, it's up to us to change government. All right. And we certainly have the power to change government. And that when it comes to other social organizations, we need protection against those other organizations. And that's why government has been expanded, is because we need security against what these other agencies do, all right, to us as individuals. All right. So that's all for now.